Like he was doing. Wait a second. Is this thing working?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Is this thing on?
This thing. All right, Lauren, what you got for us?
Okay, you guys know autism, and everyone's been talking about it, especially with inoculation with children. Well, a new study from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control says 1 in every 6 U.S. children now has a developmental disability, like autism or ADHD. That's a 17% increase. Well, one is parents are more informed. They can be better diagnosed. And a second reason is that couples are now having children later in life, which cause premature birth as well as other things. But it's men and women. There's a study, you know, they always used to think it was the women that was the major problem. Men too, because their sperm gets old.
So when you marry an older, rich guy, you're running a risk here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But at least your child can afford to go to school.
I married a younger poor guy, so I'm in good shape.
Nice move. Also, there is this. We've medicalized a lot of behavior that never was before. So, for instance, you have inattentive kids in classes. They're now medicalized as having ADHD, whereas in the past they weren't diagnosed with that.
Yeah, and boys are more diagnosed than girls.
Well, autism has always been higher for boys than girls.
And ADHD. And that's another thing, though. I think boys are boys, and sometimes they get put on Ritalin or Adderall too early.
Well, that's the medicalization of behavior.
Yes.
Well,
they're wild. They're crazy. Little boys are crazy.
Yeah,
let's go to the...
So are old boys, by the way.
Good point.
I want to live long enough to really be crazy. And if I stay here another few days...
You reached your goal.
Okay, here are the poll
Mission
results.
accomplished.
The question was, we asked, should athletes be... Hold off on it for a moment. Okay, should athletes be fined?
That's when you find out who your character is when you're in the heat of the moment. I think.
Should you judge a person by the worst moment of behavior or the best?
Both.
Well, it depends on the behavior. Are they murdering somebody? Yeah, I'm going to judge them. They abducting a child? Yeah, they're getting judged by me.
And it's not judging them, it's finding the money that they won't even notice.
It's only $50,000.
Well, to them, yeah.
Was the supposed alien... There is a book, I know all about this book, and I think this is what the story is. She comes up with an interesting conclusion as to what was going on in Area 51. Okay.
Is Gaga going to be an idol on Wednesday? How about that?
Did Jill come from another planet?
Well, yeah, Canada, hello.
Okay.
You knew that.
I did.
Good Day LA is sponsored by Time Warner.
Well, it's not really Tourette's, it's a physical Tourette's.
Yeah.
Like he needs to touch boobs.
Boobs, yeah.
Boobs. I'm nervous. Sorry,
I do that to Steve all the time.
Okay, Steve's going to like this story. Does the phrase Area 51 conjure up images of secret military facility in the Nevada desert that's home for captured flying saucers or aliens? Well, could the whole thing have been a communist plot? A new book about a plane crash, the aircraft and the bodies then reportedly were taken to the secret Area 51 in Nevada. Oh yeah, one more thing. According to the book, the man Stalin enlisted to surgically alter the teenagers. Nazi doctor, and I'm going to say this wrong.
Joseph Mengele.
Mengele. Joseph Mengele.
He was the worst.
Well, what do you think of that theory, though? Steve, do you...
I put it along with the rapture.
I'm with you.
All right.
She is Canadian, but it was not me.
All right, so you have that coming in.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Laura.
Okay, an amazing lost and found story from Northern California. A 90-year-old man gets his high school class ring back. We're happy for you, Steve. More than a half a century.
Where's my ring?
There's your plane.
Yeah.
Look, but that's not the tape. Do we have the tape?
No, but we have the
That's
airport.
There we go.
private jet.
Live. So my theory is maybe she found it, got it to him. There you go. It's a little piece of her as well.
Very sweet. So there's a shot. I'll get my...
Did you graduate? Did you get a class ring?
I didn't get a class ring.
You didn't get a class ring?
No, I never got a class ring. Wait a
Did
second.
you get pinned back then? What is that? I love the clips.
Missy's great.
Okay, you have a scary story.
It is scary. You know, we've been talking about laser. A lot of women get it done. For thousands of women hoping to look younger, that's what they do. And it has some amazing results. But if something goes wrong, you can end up with some real damage.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Christine Devine tells us how to make sure you don't get burned.
Literally.
Well, as a DUI.
They said she was wawa wasted.
Yeah. The cop said hammered. That was the word.
But I like that we identify the car. She was driving a Prius, so the gas mileage was excellent.
When she hit those other three cars.
All right, Barry Manilow is going to be with us in just a couple of minutes. Bill, handle it. I'm right now, and this is an intriguing app you're talking about here.
It is intriguing, but listen to the fine print, right?
Okay.
Okay, when a person has a stroke, the difference is life and death can be how quickly they get care. Now, there's an app for that, of course. Doctors can use it from being lost or stolen. Now, this is from doctor to doctor. So when they send the app, they can send it to a different city so that they can diagnose
It's not something you hold up against your head.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, okay,
it's not like a brain scan. But another thing also that works, by the way, is if you can take your pediatrician can have an app, take a picture of what's wrong with your kids, and you can send it directly to your pediatrician, and that is brilliant. Just ask your pediatrician if they have it.
All right, Lauren, thank you. And what Kim is going to do, this is something that will make you look more